Hello, I'm Jan Mulvey and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Moving on for pitches of the week, we've got Mansfield in the FA Cup. Third round kicks off 4 PM. It's televised as well on ESPN, which is nice because we weren't going down to Mansfield for that, were we? No. So yeah, Dan, we discussed this a few weeks ago, this was before Christmas when the draw was made. Talking about the magic of the FA Cup. Now, obviously, some of the quotes, some of the quotes from me and Ayre at the end of last season would seem to suggest that perhaps we've devalued the cup competitions. But you don't believe that, do you?
Well, I do think the competition has been devalued, and I think people have, since Man United decided not to play in it one year and go off to South America, I think it's been systematically devalued. But for me, it's still the best cup competition in the world. The way it's played, it's a pure knockout competition. Yeah. As long as you've got a ground to play in, you can enter. And and the reason it's on telly is not because it's going to be the greatest football match you've ever seen, it's because there's a slight chance that Mansfield might actually knock Liverpool out of the cup. Yeah. And that is news, and that's what it's about. That's the magic of the FA Cup.
Well, the ESPN directors are obviously sat there, we're hoping that we either beat them 10-0 or they snatch a draw or a goal from somewhere, Chris. And they've got having
wet dreams about Mansfield winning, won't they?
Really, and that's the thing Liverpool have got to avoid, isn't it? Is that it's all well and good saying, look, Mansfield, conference side, there's no reason on God's earth why we should have any trouble with them, except for the fact that it's the FA Cup and this kind of thing happens.
It is, and I sort of grown up on the FA Cup while it's been devalued, so I never really saw the glory years of it, or don't remember the glory years of the cup. But I can imagine from a smaller club's perspective that magic is there, as big as it always was. Yeah. But from a bigger club's perspective, it's maybe not the same as it always was. So for Mansfield, would they never get to play Liverpool, are they? In any other competition in the world?
For them, it must be, they must wake up every day thinking, my God, we've got Liverpool this week, Yeah. And the chance to actually do something. I mean, everyone remembers, teams being knocked out by, conference sides or lower division
giant
sides.
Killings, like.
Yeah, and if this weekend you can bet your boots on the telly, they'll be showing loads of goals. Radford's goal for Hereford, and people, Newcastle house thing. I mean, that's what the cup is all about, and it's such a shame that it has been devalued. Yeah. And again, I still think it should have some kind of a European place attached to it.
A proper European place, yeah. not a Europa League place. Like. Yeah. At least it's a better Europa League place than if you win the Carling Cup, and I think you get 1 less or 2 less preliminary rounds. Amazing.
Instead of about 20 preliminary rounds.
Yeah, still 35 preliminary rounds to play. No, but the thing is as well, as we can't forget, is that we have in the Premier League era, let's say, we have somewhat of a track record of getting knocked out in the third round by teams that we should be getting beaten by. We talked about this in December, we Boltons and Bristols and Burnleys and everyone in between. We notoriously
every team with a name other than begins with a B as well. Fucking hell, we're unlucky against the Bees, aren't we?
Shit. I was sort of in that.
You should be playing Mansfield.
I know, yeah, but good job. No, I mean, Dad, we see it.
It's, if you're not winning the Premiership, then win other trophies, and the FA Cup's another trophy. I mean, if Arsene Wenger had won the Cup a couple of times, he wouldn't have be getting so much stick as he's getting now for not having won anything.
It's a great point. And the fact of the matter is, someone said, I think it was John Aldridge said this week, Brendan Rodgers could do with winning a trophy. And the problem is that because of these quotes at the end of the season about, even if Dalglish had won the FA Cup, it wouldn't have saved his job. People seem to have taken that as read, as like saying, well, it doesn't matter if we win. It doesn't matter when
that's been looked at the wrong way around, isn't it? And that's just, the league form needed to have been better. Yeah. I wish he'd have just said the league form needed to have been better. It wouldn't have mattered if he'd won the FA Cup, but he's missed the crucial part of that fucking.
I think you're right. I think people are very quick to jump on those quotes. But look, at Brendan Rodgers is a young manager. He's a relatively inexperienced manager.
He hasn't won anything.
He's won nothing. You know what I mean? It's not going to do him any harm to go and try and win the FA Cup.
It'll do this team the world of good to win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But
there's a certain level of injustice as well, you know what I mean? And perhaps not injustice so much as just, getting over the heartbreak of last season. There'll be players in that side who really want to get back there and do it right this time.
It's amazing the number of teams that do go back the following year and win the Cup, having lost it the year before.
Yeah.
You know, so why not?
Why not, indeed?
And you know, I'm just thinking of Joe Allen and players like that. You know, how good would it be for them to get to the FA Cup final and win?
And the fact is, you know, some of the other players who've been there, you know, your Jordan Hendersons and all that, even like, you know, your Enrique's and this, having been there, the experience of having gotten to the final will stand us hopefully in good stead in the competition of having gone through the rounds as well. Although annoyingly, you know, we haven't got the straight home all home fixtures run that we had in some of in the cups last year. Mansfield, obviously, what we tend to do is normally do a danger man focus. I don't really know enough about Mansfield. I've done a tiny little small bit of research on the Mansfield website, as you do. Mansfield currently 9th in the Conference National, which I think is the blue square bet, is it? Probably. Why not? Joint top goal scorers, first of all, was Jake Speight, got 8 goals in 22 appearances, scored 2 and 3 in the cup so far, and he was Wrexham's top goal scorer last season with 21 and 38.
What league of Wrexham in?
That's a very good question. Matt Greene, also joint top goal scorers, got 8 and 22. But only 1 and 4 in the cup. He scored 29 goals in 45 appearances last season.
Where was Matt playing last season?
At Mansfield.
And the season before?
No idea. Probably Mansfield. Why not? But look, these are the kind of players. You know, again, we're talking a major gulfing class between the players at Mansfield and the players that we have at our disposal. But we talked on the subscriber show about this issue of confidence and how goal scoring is a confidence thing. Now, if you've got centre forwards who are in good form, I can guarantee one of them will cause us a problem on Sunday. I don't know which one. One of them will have a chance, and it'll be the big story will be about these prolific forwards that they've got and how, you know, they'll get a chance, and whether they take it or whether we kick them out is the big concern. It's so weird talking about this because there's no way we can put any spin on this. You know what I mean? You can't cover your back because you're playing fucking Mansfield, the 12 divisions, you know, whatever. Like, I mean, they're probably a bunch of bricklayers and van drivers or plumbers or whatever. Like, you know,
is this the game you sort of say? All young players, go out and prove yourselves as a fucking team. Go out and do it with Suarez up front.
Well,
yeah,
with Sturridge up front because he obviously needs a game.
Well, this leads me on very nicely, Chris. Well read of the agenda. How do you think do we approach this? Do you think would you like to see that?
I'd like to see that. I know it's bonkers and balmy and out there, but I would like to see that. They're all good players. They've all played well. We're blooding them one at a time. Go out there and destroy this team for us.
Well, when they played the kids in Europe, they played really well. So, you know, why not? But at the same time, I think there are players like Shelby who now needs a game.
Yeah.
Sturridge, I think, will need a game.
Definitely.
Joe Allen probably needs a game. So I think it'll be littered with players who actually need to keep their match fit.
Coates is going to get a look in.
Well, where's he done?
He's not getting on the bench. I don't know whether it was just because Carragher needed to get to his 500, but
could be, like, which I thought was a great touch.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Definitely. Well, yeah, it does sit. Well, I thought it looked like Jamie Carragher. We thought Jamie Carragher's career seemed to have come full circle. Defensive midfielder. Yeah. He's come back. It's what we're talking, sort of 12, 13, 14 years on from more than that, 16 years on from starting his career, and he's right back in the holding midfield. He's got something like the best pass completion rate of anyone in the Premier League as well. Amazing. What a player. Yeah. No, but you can see it, can't you? I mean, you can at a guess, you can see Jamie Carragher, Coates playing. The worry for me, and this is where we always seem to fall foul in these games, is that, as Chris says, do you do what we did under Rafa in 2005 in the Carling Cup, and you say, right, here's your cup side, it's basically your youngsters with a couple of decent senior players who need a game, and say, look, I trust you to go out and beat this because you're good enough to go out and do this. Come on, lads, do it. Or what tends to happen in cup competitions is you play your fringe players and they may be a bit complacent and they go out and they don't perform to the best of their ability, and what happens is you've got Gerrard on the bench and with 10 minutes to go, Jesus wept, Stevie, get out there quick, save us from embarrassment. For me, because that is the major pitfall when you're playing a team that you should be beating, is what mentality you approach it with.
And that's why I like the idea of shoving all young players in and go out there and prove that you're a good side. Not littered with like Joe Coles, who
hopefully won't be there.
Hopefully won't be there anyway. But you know, he sort of drags the sort of team ethic down. He's not getting a game. He's probably never going to get a game.
I think Joe Cole's not the best example in that instance because his work rate is he's got a good work rate at least. But I take your point. Is what you mean is your aging professionals who maybe I don't really have anything to prove and they go out there.
Well, you're not going to play Joe Cole if you can get away. If he was staying, you're not going to play him particularly. Therefore, you're just playing him because you've got him at the club, not because he's going to contribute anything. Whereas, say John Joe Shelby, for instance, who hasn't played for the last couple of games, he needs to get a game. So therefore, that's legitimate to play him.
Yeah.
You're not playing someone just because he happens to be there.
Yeah.
Joe, you haven't had a game for a few months. Go on, you can have a game.
There, when you're like, you justify your wages. Now,
it doesn't help you the next game when maybe someone's injured and you've got John Joe Shelby who's not fit because you played Joe Cole.
Yeah.
You know.
No, you make a good point. I think one thing we've got going that might fight against any complacency is that we don't have that many aging senior professionals who aren't good enough to be in the side. Now, the thing with Joe Cole is, as you say, what Joe Cole does have is at least work rate. If he was to still be at the club and he played, you know, you'd get at least 100% out of him. But I don't think we don't have the sort of the Maxis and the look at the players years gone by, I suppose, Oyvind, Leighton Artsons and what have you, who were just sort of there to make Andrew Voronins, you know, they're there to make the numbers up, and you think, oh well, this should be good enough. But it's not just about ability in these games; it's about putting a team out there that's hungry to win, and hopefully Brendan Rodgers has got that right mentality in the squad anyway. That it shouldn't matter what team we put out, but nonetheless, I want you to want two sides from you. I want you. Who's your youth side? If we're going with the you couldn't see Chris's eyes widened there in utter horror. Well, Brad Jones is probably in goal if that's the case.
He's
obviously not a kid.
And then Coates. Where's Kelly now? What's going on with him?
Dead.
Still injured.
Still injured. Okay. Robinson left back.
Just to clarify, Martin Kelly is not dead.
Robinson left back. I'd probably put Coates in as the centre back. I'd still maybe use Carragher. And then right back Wisdom. Suso and struggling now.
Spearing. Oh no.
Joe Allen would be in there. John Joe Shelby.
Suso, Shelby and Joe Allen.
Dave's mouthing something. What you...
Cody. Yeah, why not? I'll have a bit of him. Suarez up front now. Morgan up front.
Interesting. And to be honest, I think it's going to be. It could be that. I'll let you have a little rest. That was clearly quite taxing. I can see the back four not being far. I can see the back four not being far off. Considering that Enrique's probably not going to be fit, I could see it being Karen Coates as your centre halves. Although, you know, cook-up is what we tend to do recently is Carragher and Skirtle. You know what I mean? Maybe put one of your first teamers just to get you through. Again, Mansfield, do we need it? But I think Pepe Reina will probably stay in goal because I don't see any point in taking him out. I think I could see Robinson left back, Wisdom maybe right back. It
depends. If your slant is the youngsters and the people who are have not played a lot recently, but you need to keep fit, then Wisdom obviously needs a game. But if you just want to win it, then play Johnson.
Yeah, maybe. I think Alan Henderson.
Pepe Reina's coming back into some decent form, so why break that up?
Yeah, I think maybe Alan Henderson, Shelby midfield. Reckon Sturridge has probably got it. If he's fit,
Henderson's played the last couple of games, so Joe Allen's more likely to play than him, I would have thought. Maybe. Does Lucas need more games, given he's only just coming back?
Yeah,
does he need a rest now? He's had a couple of games.
Sturridge, Ashaidi, Suso front.
I would like to see all those players being given a game.
Yeah,
you know, keep them going. You might need them in the next.
No mention of Nurishan. Yeah.
Well, I'd play him.
Forgotten man.
You know, I'd play him.
I would. In fact, you know what? He is the exact player I would worry about playing. He's the player I'm talking about. He's not an agent, senior professional, but he's one of them players that I would worry.
Above it, like.
Exactly. I don't think he's had any experience of playing this. I think Mansfield are going to come and they're going to try and match us.
The player I would worry about playing is Coates.
Yeah.
He hasn't played for a while. And he's one of these players who I could see having a catastrophe. You know,
It could be Skirtle versus Hamilton Waterlooville all
Matt
over
Greene's going to rip the back out of him.
You heard it here first, anyway. Right.
And that's probably very unfair on questions because you know he's looked quite competent, you know, when I've seen him. But it's just that kind of thing that happens in these kind of games. You know, the sort of Bambi legs thing that Traore had. You know, that kind of stuff. You know. Yeah,
he looks a bit. He's more like Frankenstein legs. I think, like, you know, maybe lacking a little bit of mobility. You know, we are being really harsh on Coates.
For no reason.
No, I think again, if Coates can't cut it against Mansfield, then that's it really. That's it for Sebastian Coates. He's just the next Gabriel Paletta, isn't he? We've got some score predictions in a second. We're just going to reiterate our Love, Follow, Conquer competition because we did it before Christmas because of the confusion over the Christmas period, otherwise known as my thickness and or baby brain. We didn't announce the winner. You then can't go back past the date on a certain date on your tweets to check back, so we're going to redo the competition. Sincere apologies if you put it in another 3 seconds of your time. Just basically you can retweet it if you want, whatever you tweeted last time. Go on the lovefollowconquer.com website, tell me what this garment is called, tweet it to @the_Redmen_TV and @lovefollowconquer, and then we'll pick one out and I'll announce the winner on Sunday.
It's a jumper.
It is look, let me just sorry, maybe that made it a little bit unclear. Got it? Go on the Love, Follow, Conquer website, tweet it to both of us, and you can be with a chance of winning £50 worth of credit for the Love, Follow, Conquer website. Don't forget to follow them on Twitter as well. Okay then, gents, score predictions. Dan, I'll come to you first.
3-0.
3-0, I like it. Chris?
5-0.
Shit the bed. Look, I'm going to go on the historical nature of these games. Is that we'll probably win like 2-0, but we won't score until the last 15 minutes. We're all looking a bit worried, and we'll bring Gerrard and Suarez on, and then we'll just do it after the
I'm going to get in touch with Sturridge and say if you score 5, make you second top scorer.
That's true. What a world! What a
way to start your career.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to come on to talk about Daniel Sturridge. Obviously, Liverpool's new £12 million signing. If you're watching on the subscriber show, stay tuned. If you're not watching on the subscriber show, if you're watching on YouTube, go to theredmentv.com and start your 3-month trial this instant. And we're going to be talking about Danny Sturridge, we're going to talk about Joe Cole on the way out, and talk about any potential deals or lack thereof for the January transfer window. We've already talked about it, the whole for the festive period, as well as some awesome pictures of the week, which need to be seen to be believed. If you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube, see you later. Thanks very much for watching. If you're still on the subscriber show, Chris, we've just signed Daniel Sturridge. What do you think?